Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, hello, welcome to episode 2, I guess, week 2. Sorry about swearing at the beginning. Week 2 of the Premier League game week predictions. Basically, I forgot to do this at the time I was meant to do it, which was yesterday, and I was working today, so I didn't have time to do it today. So, if you want to call me a cheat for predicting the Nottingham Forest and Sheffield United score after Nottingham Forest have scored, that's fine. I won't count that. But I was going to say 2-0 Forest anyway. Just for my prediction, it was going to be 2-0 Forest. So, if we want to get that one out of the way, we can. Because at this time we're recording, it's just after the Forest and Sheffield United game has kicked off, and Forest are already a goal up. So if we want to not count that, that's absolutely fine. If we do want to count that, that's absolutely fine too. I will record this tonight. It is now Friday night, 10 past 8 p.m. This will go up tomorrow at 2 p.m. But bear in mind that I recorded it at this time, and if you don't, once again, if you don't want to count if you don't want to count the first result, that's absolutely fine. I won't count it, but my prediction would have been 2-0. Anyway, I've just been incredibly busy. We don't need the whole spiel here. We don't need the whole spiel. That's fine. We'll get into it. But yeah, like I said, if you don't want me to count the first game, I won't. Bear with me a second. Obviously, the gameplay will be in the background of the Manchester United game of the weekend because I'm a Man United fan. But I am not organised for this at all. I don't even know where my earphones are, which is a huge issue. There they are. Right. So bear with me while I fix audio problems as things begin in this match on the screen. And hopefully the audio's okay. Hopefully everything's working hunky-dory. And we'll get into predicting. Now, for a start, there's only 9 games this weekend because there was meant to be 10. But Kenilworth Road isn't ready for the Luton versus Burnley game, so that's been postponed. So that will not be counted. And also, even, I can't bloody speak. I've already been on the beer since I got home from work. But yeah, basically, once again, I'm saying Nottingham Forest 2, Sheffield United 0, but I am doing it after the game's kicked off and Forest have already scored. So, jury's out on if you want to count that for me or not. But I would have said 2-0 beforehand anyway. So let's get the games up before I lose my mind. So as it stands, like I said, Nottingham Forest 1-0 up over Sheffield United. Awoniyi scoring 3 minutes in didn't really give me much of a chance to predict it, did he? Fucking hell. And because the Luton Town and Burnley game is postponed due to Kenilworth Road not being ready yet, I don't know when that'll happen. I don't know when Kenilworth Road will be ready. They've had a whole summer to get it ready, and have decided, actually, nah, we ain't going to get it ready. Pretty United lose, don't care, lol. The article changed the way I look at this club, man. I hate the decision behind it. I'm still a United supporter because, of course, I am, but I hate everything that they're doing with Greenwood right now. And if he gets back into the team, I'm not going to be happy. I'll still support United because, of course, I will. They're my club, but I'm not supporting their decisions. I'm definitely not supporting Greenwood. That being said, to get the controversy out of the way, hopefully they change their minds on the decision. I don't know what Onana's doing. Okay, so Onana's just giving the ball straight to Richarlison. That's exciting. The pigeon, he's doing the pigeon celebration on this. Well, what's the point? I should have started somebody else. Fuck's sake. I know I'm not meant to be commentating on the game in the background, and I've not even got into the score predictions yet. But it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, says Ronaldo's been a distraction but keeps him. Ironic. Yeah, no, it's a bunch of shit. I'm not respecting Ten Hag if he actually brings Greenwood back in, honestly. It's ridiculous. Shouldn't be brought back in. Even though the charges were dropped, it was as clear as day what he did. And a person like that shouldn't be allowed back in the club. Clear as day. But anyway, controversy out of the way, everything out of the way, with Richarlison being passed to by Onana on the simulation in the background. We'll start with the predictions. Technically, Liverpool versus Bournemouth. So, last time Liverpool played Bournemouth at Anfield, it was a 9-0 defeat for Bournemouth. Bournemouth actually conceded more than we did. So, I don't really know what to say about this one. I think it is going to be a Liverpool win. But this is a different Bournemouth to last year. I don't think they'll ship 9. I think this Bournemouth team are more ready to have a proper run at the Premier League, proper crack at the Premier League. They've signed some cracking players as well. They will probably be in that bottom half battle, but I don't think it'll be like a relegation threat. And even though I think Liverpool will win, I don't think it's going to be as big a scoreline as people think it will be. I'm going to go Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1, which compared to 9-0 is something you take as a Bournemouth fan. But yes, I'm going to say a 3-1 victory in favour of Liverpool. I'm not here to name scorers, but I'm reckoning Jota gets one. Salah will probably open his account for the season as well. And then one of the new signings, perhaps, I don't know. But I'm saying 3-1 Liverpool. Bournemouth 2-1, I think this is their chance, can't lie. I mean, imagine the scenes, I'd love it. Liverpool dropping points in the first 2 games of the season would be fantastic, honestly. I'd like to believe that as well, but they won't. They won't. Liverpool will get the 3 points, the first 2 points of the season. Spirit De Gea took over for Nana. Yeah, I know, it's bloody... I don't know what he's doing there. Wolves versus Brighton. Now, I want to say that this is the win for Brighton, but we played Wolves on the opening day, and they were completely different Wolves to what everyone was expecting, I think, this year. Because they put on one hell of a performance. They outplayed us. We got lucky to get the 3 points, which is mad to think. Which is ridiculous, really. But we did get the 3 points, which is what matters. But Wolves gave us a fucking run for our money. The thing is, at the Molineux, at home, Wolves aren't that good. So I think it will be a Brighton win, but I think they'll scrap. I think Wolves will scrap a lot this year. I think they'll be involved. I don't think they'll... I don't know how they'll go for the rest of the season, but if they perform like they did against us, and they get somebody who can actually put the ball in the back of the net, Wolves will have a good season. It's just that striker issue that they need to address. Actually, they need to address all over the pitch, but they don't have the money. It's just mainly the striker they need to focus on, because any other team on last weekend would probably put 4 or 5 past us. Because it's Wolves who don't have a proper finisher, proper attacker, proper striker, we got away with a 1-0 win somehow. I'm not exactly sure how. But again, I think Wolves will put Brighton to the sword. But I think Brighton ultimately, even though they've had some departures, they've replaced those departures very well. And I reckon they've got enough quality to win 2-1. I'm going to say a 2-1 away win for Brighton and Hove Albion. Because I feel like Wolves will bag. It might be a lucky goal, it might even be an own goal, but Wolves will find a goal tomorrow. Or technically today when this is uploaded. And I think it will be, a 2-1 win though for Brighton. Brighton are just too strong. Especially with the departures as well, you would think maybe they would be a little bit difficult or a little bit easier, I should say, to defeat. With the Caicedo departure probably going through soon, McAllister exiting the club as well, but they've got plenty of young talent coming through. So it will be another good season for Brighton. I don't know how it will fare when they get to Europa League, when that begins. But I think for now, they will start well and they'll win again 2-1 once again. Next game then, up on the list, Fulham versus Brentford. 2 teams that had decent starts to the season, to be honest with you. Fulham winning over Everton. I don't know how, because Everton did very well in that match. But again, they're another team that's lacking a striker. But Fulham getting the victory over them at Goodison Park. Brentford holding Spurs to a 2-2 draw, which, of course, Spurs losing Harry Kane are going to have to try and find a new way of finding goals, which they did, to be fair, but they're going to have to try and find a consistent way of finding goals. And Brentford able to score 2 as well to earn a point against Spurs. I think Brentford actually were up a goal with Bruno hitting the crossbar there, for fuck's sake. Come on, lads. I know I'm not really paying... I really should be paying attention to the shit going on in the background, but I am, and I want United to score. But ultimately, between that match, Fulham may be losing Mitrovic very soon. Fulham may end up, of course, like I said, losing Mitrovic before this game. I don't think he'll be playing tomorrow. I could be incorrect, but I don't think he'll be playing tomorrow as he tries to force a move out the club. As for Brentford, they've lost their main attacking threat as well. Ivan Toney, like we know, out till January. I'll probably keep bringing that up every time we talk about Brentford. But they do have plenty of quality to replace the goals, I think. I hope, anyway, for Brentford's sake. But I'm going to be honest, and this might be a bold one. I think this might be the first 0-0 game of the Premier League season. I think it's going to end 0-0. I think it's going to be a stalemate. Leno is fantastic in goal. I think he'll hold Brentford at bay. And I don't think Fulham have enough up top to find a goal if Mitrovic doesn't play. So I think it's going to end in 0-0 draw, which is a very bold one to say, but I don't see a lot of goals in it. I can't wait to watch the game tomorrow and they score inside 6 minutes or something stupid. But I'm saying 0-0, and I'll end up being wrong most likely, but first 0-0 of the season goes for this game between Fulham and Brentford. Jordan's saying Fulham 2-2 with Brentford. Could happen, but I just don't see a lot of goals in that one personally. Leno is a class keeper. He'll keep Brentford at bay, and Fulham don't have anything up top because Mitro's going, and Jimenez, I don't know how he will provide for Fulham at the moment, but I don't think he'll provide tomorrow. Mount is shy at our Ireland game. I don't care a lot. Nah, he is awful, but I'm happy to give him a bit of time, but didn't really cover himself in glory in the Wolves game. Well, in the simulation, it is 1-0 to Spurs because Onana passed it straight to Richarlison. So we'll go through the half-time stuff here, and then we'll get onto the second bit of games. I'm only just going to skip straight through. There you go. You can see the stats. We've been the better team, but Spurs have Onana on their side, so it's 1-0 Spurs. And it says I'm managing Spurs, but I'm not. Exactly. See, it's just current Spurs team. Right. Second half. Let's go on to the remaining games, which ironically next game is Spurs versus Manchester United. Now, both of us having average starts to the season. Spurs dropping points to Brentford. And even though we did end up getting the 3 points over Wolves, it was not an inspired performance at all whatsoever. An awful performance from us. Spurs were decent, to be honest, against Brentford, but they need to find that attacking bite now that Kane's gone. They need to find that striker. I'd honestly back... I kind of want to back Spurs here. Obviously, I don't want to predict against my own team, but I've got to be realistic. And Spurs, it's the new manager, Ange. He's getting everything sorted out. The only reason I think that it won't be a Spurs win is because we are, or they are even, still getting used to each other, still getting together, and still trying to get used to having no Harry Kane to bag endless amounts of goals. I don't think it's going to be that much of a goal-filled game. But I will back my team because I want to back my team pretty much. I'm going to say it's a 2-1 victory for Man United. Onana is going to make some kind of mistake to give Spurs a goal like he has done in the simulation. But then we'll fight back with two. One from Rashford and one from Garnacho. I think something like that. I think we'll find our rhythm. I think we'll probably be sloppy in the first half. In the second half, we'll find our rhythm. We'll play to our best. And because it's a bigger stakes game, I think we'll probably put more in against Spurs. And I'm sure Ten Hag spoken to the boys about how lackluster of a performance it was. I think he will have had a word. Lo Celso sending that to Rose Z on the screen there. Some poor kid's been hit in the crowd. But I'm reckoning it's a 2-1 win. I shouldn't back my team really in this situation because honestly I think Spurs have the edge at the moment. But I got to back my team. I won't pick Man United to win every game. Don't get me wrong. I won't pick them to win every game. But I think we'll rally enough, and I think we'll bounce back from the Wolves match enough to have a win over Spurs. I'll probably end up wrong, to be honest. Spurs will probably end up decimating us or something. But we have got a good run of form over Spurs, besides the 6-1, which we don't talk about because it was COVID times. We've got a good run of form over Spurs. And Manchester United have never lost against Spurs at Spurs' home. So, well, since they got a new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I should say. Man United haven't lost. So I would back us. It might end in a draw, honestly. And I will take that with the way that we performed that first half. Or first game of the season, I should say. But, now I'm going to back the boys. 2-1 win. Jordan said Spurs 1-0, got zero chemistry, and that midfield is dead. But my argument is Spurs are also still trying to get their shit together as well under Ange. New manager, new team, new signings. They're all trying to figure it all out there. So it's kind of a 50-50. I wouldn't be opposed to a draw, to be honest. But I want to back us to win. Mainly because one of my mates supports Spurs and I want to laugh in his face. Quite honestly. Following that then, probably the biggest, well, I would say probably the biggest game, but we're playing as well tomorrow. It's Man City versus Newcastle in the 8 o'clock kickoff on the Saturday night. That is going to be a decent match. Man City over the years have obviously dominated Newcastle in recent times. But this is a different Newcastle. This is a Newcastle that's in the Champions League. This is a Newcastle that beat Villa 5-1 somehow on the first day. Anthony, I can't believe it. I can't believe this team on my screen that I'm seeing right now. I know it's a video game, but my God. But anyway, De Bruyne, yeah, that's a good point. De Bruyne out for a long while. And I think it'll be a game packed with goals. I would like to back a draw. But I think City, obviously they have Haaland. They've got quality to replace. I mean, obviously you can't replace De Bruyne. You can't replace that creativity. But they've still got a solid midfield. It'll be a lot more on Haaland to try and figure it out himself tomorrow without the consistency of De Bruyne being behind him. So, and this might be bold, I'm going to say it's going to end in a 2-2 draw. I can't remember, is it St James's Park or Etihad? It's at the Etihad. I think Newcastle go to the Etihad and they put the sword to Man City. I don't think Newcastle will win because it's away from home. And I think City still have more than enough quality to perform. But Newcastle have been different gravy for the past season and obviously that Villa game. So I think there's going to be goals flowing. I think there's going to be goals going. And I'm going to say 2-2. And Haaland will bag at least once. Isak will bag once. I'm not sure about the other goal scorers. But that will be 2-2 draw in my opinion. I don't want to talk about City anymore because I get a horrible taste in my mouth when I talk about Man City. But you can't help that really. Up next then, Aston Villa versus Everton. Now, what's crazy to think about is Everton are above Villa at the moment. Both of them losing on the first day. Both of them want to be fighting back. Everton putting up a great scrap against Fulham. But Aston Villa getting absolutely torn apart by Newcastle, which is not what Unai Emery would have wanted on his first game of the, first new game of the season, obviously. Or first game of the new season. If I could get my words in order, it would be in a good spot. But anyway, yeah. I think it's going to be a story of Emery and his team bouncing back from that 5-1 loss to defeat Everton. Vicario doing an Onana here. Hold on. Oh, Anthony's fucked it up. All he needs to do is shoot. I think it is going to be a Villa win because I think they'll want to prove themselves after that loss. Everton, I don't think will have the quality just yet to deal with Villa, even though they had a good showing against Fulham. They don't have Calvert-Lewin back yet to provide some kind of goal-scoring ability. They've got Maupay up front, who he could hit a barn door with a banjo at the moment. And I'm going to go for a 2-0 Villa win, I think, because, first of all, I've got Emi Martinez in my team in FPL, so that's a start. And then I also think it is just going to be another situation where Everton can't find that goal-scoring instinct, can't find that finish to put Villa to the sword. And I think Villa will score, Diaby getting a goal again, and then Ollie Watkins finding a finish as well, probably. I think it's going to be a 2-0 Villa win, and I think it's going to be as simple as that. Jordan's saying 3-1 Villa, which honestly is a good shout as well, but I can't see Everton bagging. And about Villa, I think they will get a win. I think they'll get back into their season a bit after that 5-1 loss on the opening day. But I don't think it's going to be dominant. I think it is going to be solid. Zaniolo, I've just got news on before as well. Zaniolo will be joining Aston Villa. I don't think he'll be involved in the game tomorrow. But he is, his loan is confirmed now to Aston Villa. So that'll be a good player to have down the line. But tomorrow he won't be involved. And I think it is going to be a win for Villa. Up next then, West Ham versus Chelsea, the first of two London derbies. Well, actually, it's actually second of two London derbies. Fulham and Brentford, I guess, technically counts as one. But it's West Ham, the champions of Europe, by the way. Maybe the Conference League. But the champions of Europe against Chelsea. Mid-table, 12th place Chelsea last season. I know that those kind of stats would put it in favour of West Ham. But I think Chelsea have signed smart. I think they need to gel together a bit more, obviously, with the amount of signings they're doing and the amount of exits they've had. They've done incredible business. They've sold the players they needed to sell, made fantastic money for each of them. And then also, I don't know why Molassi's coming on because he's injured, and I put him on the reserves. But there he is anyway. I guess the game wants to break itself sometimes. But anyway, yeah, continuing on. Basically, I think it is going to be a difficult one because West Ham, they drew against Bournemouth, but I think West Ham might still struggle a bit this season because they've now got Europa League to contend with. Chelsea have got no European football, and I think it is going to be a close encounter, but I think it's going to be a Chelsea win in the end. I think West Ham score early, shock Chelsea, and then Chelsea bag two. I thought I went in the back of the net from Rashford there, honestly. But then, yeah, Chelsea bag two and end up being 2-1 winners in that game. That's just my personal opinion. But I don't see West Ham... Obviously, in the league last season, they were woeful, but they did win the conference. So, European-wise, they might be focusing more on Europe again. But really what they should be doing is focusing on the league and focusing on not getting relegated. A draw to Bournemouth last week is no bad result because Bournemouth looked good. But West Ham also looked solid. Chelsea and Liverpool, of course. Chelsea with a better team in that one, in my honest opinion. And Chelsea maybe even could have won it, maybe even should have won it. They do look solid, they do look good. But they do need a bit more time to get all these signings together. That being said, I think they will figure it out tomorrow. It won't be a destructive win. It won't be a decisive win. I think it's actually on Sunday, not tomorrow. It won't be a decisive win. But I think it will still be a victory for Chelsea. A 2-1 win at the London Stadium. Now, we're running out of time here. So, Jordan put 2-0 Chelsea. Was impressed by Chelsea last week, to be honest. Sancho scored a late equaliser. Limbs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That's my man. He's going to score tomorrow maybe as well. I don't know. I hope so. That'd be pretty cool. Onana's celebrating that point like he is on some kind of drug. And also, he did give away the Spurs goal. So, Onana's probably celebrating in relief. But the final game before we end this match on screen here. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal, the third of the London derbies to come tomorrow. But anyway, Crystal Palace hosting the Gunners. I think it is going to be another win for Arsenal. I hate to say it because he looks so bloody good this year. Against Forest, it did slip a bit at the end, but they were dominant throughout. And Arsenal had an incredible, fun performance to watch anyway, even if it was a bit nervy towards the end when Manchester United legend Anthony Elanga started scaring him. There's 7 minutes here, boys. We could win this. I'm more invested in what's going on the screen. But no, in all seriousness, it is going to be Crystal Palace versus Arsenal at Selhurst Park. Arsenal will win that. Palace have lost a lot of their players, Zaha being the main one, of course. Elise was set to go as well, but now it looks like he's set to stay. I don't really know the situation. He's just signed a new contract, but still can end up at Chelsea. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen there. Still plenty of talent at Palace. They will bag once, but Arsenal will bag 3 times. It'll be a 3-1 win for Arsenal. Anthony, you fucking piece of rubbish, man. Oh, man. I can't get invested in the simulation in the background. I can't. But it pisses me off when I know I could score these goals. Even I could score them. But anyway, no, Arsenal will once again be victorious. And it will be a 3-1 win for the Gunners at Selhurst Park. It will be a fantastic attempt to stay with them by Palace, but I don't think they'll have enough. And I think it'll be an Arsenal 3-1 win. Jordan's going 4-1 win for Arsenal. I feel like those are both good results to say. I should have written these down because I'm going to forget what I've said. But once I go through this video tomorrow, get it uploaded. I'll try and get it uploaded for 2 PM, but no guarantees because I'm working tomorrow afternoon as well. So I'll try and get that sorted. But that really is my predictions for the games over the weekend. If you want to count this, the Nottingham Forest Sheffield United one, that is on you. I'll be counting it even though technically I'd done it late after the goal had been scored. But I'd already said on multiple occasions in multiple different chats that I'd gone 2-0 Forest for that pre-game. But then again, if you don't want to count it, I won't count it. But beyond that, those are my predictions as well. But I hope you guys have enjoyed these. And yeah, pretty much, I'm sorry it was late. I've been very busy this week. So I will try and get it done in time for next game week. Palace said they'd get Chelsea in legal trouble for the way they approached Elise. They backed off and he decided to re-sign with Palace. Yeah, fair enough. Now, should we just do like fuck it, we'll do extra time. Why not? Just have a little chat. I mean, obviously it's going to end 1-1. That's what the game thinks. We've done all the predictions. But we could just have a little relax and chat at the end. I might just do this any time it ends in a draw, just to put a bit more drama on it. Even though it says Premier League in the top left, it's decided to let me go to extra time. Fuck it, why not? Power said yeah, I read that. Why not read that again? But yeah, I'm happy Palace have kept him because Chelsea didn't need him. And yeah, the legal action probably is what scared Chelsea off. Now, his stream should be ended, but I want Man United to win, honestly. So that's why I'm letting it happen. Anthony fucking stinks, man. Still fuming we paid that much for him. Yeah, I can't believe we paid way over the odds for him. And I want him to succeed. I really, really do. Because he is a fantastic talent. But he just doesn't have enough. He's got the pace. He's got the ability. He just doesn't have that finishing touch. And anytime he runs to the byline, he doesn't know what to do next. What I'm thinking is we put Anthony on the left. And then he could cross in on the left-hand side. Cross in from the left-hand side with his left foot. Put the ball in. Have no worries about what he needs to do to decide. Because he's got no right foot, obviously. So we switch him to the left. Let him cross it in. Put the balls in the middle. And see if anyone can attack him. I think would probably be a good move. Have Sancho on the right. Have him swing him in with the right foot. We need to try something different with him. Because as much as I want to succeed, he's awful on the right. He's absolutely awful on the right. I do like the guy's shortest temper. He gets enraged at the smallest thing. He's entertaining at least. That's true, he is entertaining at least. But also, if he's not going to do anything good, can he at least do that spin? Because that makes it interesting. But ultimately, it's... I don't know. I want Anthony to succeed, but he's not going to succeed at the moment. I think in game, I can't actually check the teams. I think in game, on the simulation here, he's actually on the left. I didn't put him on the left. I started him on the right, but I'm guessing the in-game editor... Oh my god, Casemiro's just been beaten by nothing from Richarlison. So now that we've done the predictions, we could just kind of focus on this background. But ultimately... Yeah, I apologise for doing these late. I'll try and get them done at least in a better bit of time next week. But as I say, in the hours this week have been a lot more than I would expect. It should be... I'm working more than I should be. I have my other job interview on Thursday. We'll find out on Monday. If that comes off, then it might even be less time that I'm streaming for because it'll be a 10 till 4 or 9 till 5. And there'll be barely time to stream. When I come in, I won't want to stream. I don't want to stream at 5 in the morning before I wake up and go to work. So it's kind of... The streams might even be less than what they are now, which... at one point, I would have been annoyed at it. But at this point, I'm actually not too fussed because the streams are fun as they are. But I'm kind of happy to have something else to do. Because they are fun and it's good to interact, but I'm happy to do my own thing as well outside of streaming. So I'll try and stream as much as I can still, but they won't be every day. And the problem is with this mainly is the Hartlepool videos. I don't know when I'll be able to do them. So what I'm thinking is either I shorten the Hartlepool videos a little bit, and I could probably continue doing it as is right now. Or I keep the streams longer, but they'll be less often. So it's kind of a 50-50. Do I keep the streams longer but they're less often, or do I shorten them and do it more often? I guess ultimately it will. Jesus Christ! What the fuck is Ange done here? What we'll really rely on is if I get this job on Monday, because if I don't, then I can just continue the way I'm going. But if I do, then it'll be important to try and figure out something. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But what I'm thinking is, for the Hartlepool career mode, we just do three games maybe per episode, and do them either daily or every other day. The rebuilds might have to be put on the shelf, or again be split even further, which I really don't want to, so maybe rebuilds will be a weekend thing, or just shelved altogether. Walking Dead, I will get back to it. I will do one either tomorrow or Sunday. Absolutely, I'll do an episode of it. Because it's been a while. I am working tomorrow, but I'll do one on Sunday. So yeah, Walking Dead will come back. And I'm trying to think of any other series. Among Us streams, whatever, I'll just be whenever I fucking feel like it. There might even be one tonight. I might do another stream tonight if I decide to play stuff. But that probably won't go on YouTube, so it'll have happened and be gone by the time this gets uploaded, which is an issue. Why is Dallo... Right. I should be interfering. I'm just curious. I'm really just curious more than anything. Is there a reason that Dallo's up front? That's fine. Don't care. Didn't ask. So what is this? What is Ten Hag cooking? Someone's going to have to explain this one to me. Got Dallo left forward, McTominay right forward, which I could just about put up with. Eriksen centre mid, Fernandes centre mid, Martinez has been pushed up, Casemiro's been put back, Malasia's right back when he shouldn't even be on the pitch. You know what? It's fine. I'm gonna let it play for him. We'll see what happens. The actual predictions are done now. It's just me pissing around a little bit, honestly. And then Spurs actually makes this a bit more sense. Actually, I'll just quickly review it. Vicario goal, Davis, Van de Ven, Sanchez back three, Højbjerg, Skip, Lo Celso, compact midfield, Kulusevski off the left, Maddison off the right. Royale at Cam is what I would question, but beyond that, that's probably pretty normal. This game loves it, doesn't it? I can't believe Rashford, McTominay and Dallo is the front three we've got in this game, man. No wonder we ain't winning. Well, if I had ended the stream normally, you wouldn't have this entertainment, would you? It might yet go to penalties in a Premier League match. Maybe not. Maybe not! Oh, Rashford's fucked it. But yeah, I might stream again tonight. It depends on what I want to play, what my mates want to play. There may yet be an Among Us stream tonight, probably, something along those lines. Tomorrow will be a career mode before I go to work because I need to get my career mode out. And Sunday, if I forget, remind me, but Sunday should be a Walking Dead. And then Monday, I guess we'll see what happens with jobs, etc. But possibly another career mode as well, we'll see. No rebuilds this weekend, although there's one I would really like to do soon. There's one I would really like to try out, see how we do with it. But I don't know yet. Oh, fuck off. No, fuck off. I thought Emerson Royale just scored a last minute winner. I was about to pass out, man. Rashford has McTominay giving him service. I know he's sick. Yeah, very much. Right. Penalties it is. I've got no choice over these. I've got no choice over these. Penalties in the Premier League match. You've seen the like. But yeah, anytime it ends in a draw, I might just do this just to chat a bit more, honestly. It's kind of funny. But honestly, my predictions are done. I might yet make a spreadsheet for them as well, so I can see how many I get right, how many I get wrong. I haven't done yet, but I might do that if I've got some time on my hands. But let's see. I think I got one right last week, and that was a 1-1 draw between Bournemouth and West Ham, which is about as predictable as the day is long. So those are your penalty takers. Who's going to win a penalty shootout in the Premier League? Richarlison scores. Bruno Fernandes. Oh my god, Bruno, mate. What the fuck is that? Oh, mate. Bruno's fucked it for us, boys. Right, Rashi, nice one. Kulu for Spurs. Oh, Banana, mate. You are bad at penalties, aren't you? Eriksen. Oh, Lo Celso's going to fucking win it for him. What an awful penalty shootout. Whatever, man. Yeah, Onana is De Gea when it comes to penalties. What a fucking idiot, man. They celebrate like they won the league or something. It's a Premier League match which I did penalties for fun. Fuck's sake. Onana really channeling even his De Gea there. First of all, giving away a goal. in the actual game and then not saving a single penalty. Looking like a new keeper from the career mode. Yeah, Jacobs. If he ever gets started again, shoot me, honestly. Well, that's the first and last time, maybe. I don't know, honestly. It depends how many draws we get in these simulations. But the first and last time, you may see a penalty shootout in career mode. I'm hoping next week we'll have Hoyland ready to go in one of these. I want to see what he can do. But, yeah, that's going to end the Premier League predictions. Just a little bit of fun on the end there. But I think I might put a spreadsheet out just for tonight's game. Once again, against Nottingham, if you just joined, Forest versus Sheffield United. I said 2-0, but I started the stream after the game already started and they'd scored. So, take your pick on that one. But anyway, this has been another little game week stream. I'll try and do it more in time next week. I apologise, it's not time this week. If you stream later, I doubt I'll be around, unfortunately. Enjoy your night, mate. No worries. I probably will. It depends on what people want to play. But I probably will stream later tonight anyway, just for a bit of Among Us. If not tonight, then tomorrow. But I hope you guys have enjoyed these predictions, and I'll see you for Game Week 3 next week. Peace.